Welcome back, guys. So this is an updated lecture which I have added recently. So the nature of this passengers drop down got changed in the latest update of this website. Earlier we have this website with select tag nature. So we have used select tag to identify the options present in the drop down. Okay, so this currency is still in the select tag nature, which you can do that. So the lectures what I have explained for passengers in the last lecture can be reused for this currency selection. Okay, it's still with the select tag. So you have something for practice again. If you want to select USD, use that select tag like how I explained in my previous lecture and handle that. But now for passenger, it got changed. So basically now you have to select this drop down to open this window, and if you want to select 3 adults you have to press this 2 times. Okay, so by default 1 adult will present and you have to click 2 more times and then you have to click on done. This is how you need to handle this drop down. It's pretty straightforward now. It's all just clicks. Okay, let me show you how can we do this. This is an updated dropdown.java class. These 3 steps you are familiar, right? I'm not going to write again from scratch and explain. We just open the Chrome browser and hit this URL. Okay. So after you hit this URL, first you have to select this drop down to open this window first. Okay. And this ID will select that passenger. So let me use this driver dot find element by dot ID dot click. Okay, so this will open this passengers list, the ID what you selected. Thereafter, by default you will have this 1 adult. Let's say you want to select 4 adults. So that means you have to click on this plus icon 3 times because 1 is already selected. So you have to give 3 clicks to this plus button so that 4 adults will be selected here. So first let's spy on this plus icon. Okay, href inc adult is ID. So when you have ID, you can blindly use this because ID is the unique element and it's more stable than XPath or CSS. Okay, and then right now I am clicking only once. So I'll show you how to make it 3 times clickable. What once we click on that, and finally we have to say done so that this window will get closed. And again we have ID for that too, which is cool. So all this lecture is running on IDs. Nice. Life is very easy with IDs when you are working with automation. Perfect. Okay, so now what we have done, first I clicked on this and then I just added 1 adult and then I selected done. That's all. These 3 operations we did. I'll put some sleep after I select this drop down because it might take 1 or 1.5 seconds to open this. So if I provide like this, I would not get any synchronization failures. But as I said, this is not the right way to handle. In our next sections, you will learn about explicit and implicit wait. There we can get rid of the sleeps. For now, I'm just placing this because sometimes it may take few seconds to open this window. And meanwhile, Selenium will be hurry to search this plus icon and it's still not opened in that one particular second. So if you hold your script for 2 seconds, then it will be very good and you will not have any wait synchronization failures for your test. Okay, but don't worry, I will provide alternate for this in my coming sections. For now I am putting this. Okay, So this will select plus icon once, and if you select once, that means it will become 2 adult, which is straightforward. But let's say there is a requirement that you have to select 5 adults in your test. Then how do you do it? If you want to select 5 adults, you have to click this plus icon 4 times. So repeat this step 4 times. If you do like this, this is correct. Your test will pass, but your lead, whoever it is, superior to you, will reject your code. Why? It's not at all good to repeat a single step 4 times. It may still be valid case because you want to select plus icon 4 times, but that's not a good practice to write it like this. Instead, you may get comment from your lead to make this step in a loop instead of writing 4 times. Okay, write a simple for or while loop and ask that loop to run for 4 times so that you can write this step only once and loop it for 4 times. That's the best way to write this code instead of writing like this. Okay, let's say there is a requirement that you cannot select more than 40 adults at a time, and then you have to see by selecting 41 adults to see how this test is behaving. So that time, will you write 41 pluses like this, 41 steps? No. So let's write a simple loop and loop that a number of times we need. Okay, so I'll remove all this now and I'll bring the concept of while loop now. I know most of may you're familiar with while loop, but still I'm going to explain on high level on how while loop works in Java. Okay, while true, this is a basic syntax for while loop. So here when you say while of true, so whatever you write inside this loop will keep on execute continuously until this condition become false here. So currently I am hard coding with this with true. So when will loop stop? Loop stops only when this condition whatever you are putting in this bracket becomes false. So when it will become false, when you hard code like this true, this loop will run infinite times. Okay, if you have something to print here, system.out.println and say print hello, and this hello will print until your laptop battery is dead or your OS is crashed. Because this while loop only stop when condition here becomes false, and then it comes out of the loop and proceed with next steps. So let's write a while loop for this. First of all, step 1, I'll cut it here and I'll place it here. For now it will select infinite times. It will click on this plus icon infinite times, which is not good. So what I will do here, I will create one variable first, int I equals to 1. Okay, and then I will say loop continuously until I is less than 5. Okay, so I told to this I gave condition here that loop it when you see this condition satisfied. For a first time 1 less than 5 true, it will go and select this for first time, and again loop starts 1 less than 5, again it will click. So infinite times 1 will always be less than 5. Then what is the case of writing this condition? Yes, wait, I will increment I. So every loop, once it clicked on it, the I whatever we are putting as a condition, we will increment it. Now I plus plus, when you do this, this I will become 2. 2 less than 5 true, click again. And next step is I plus plus, which is 2 plus plus. output is 3, and again loop starts. This time I value moved to 3, 3 less than 5, click, plus plus, it becomes 4 now. 4 less than 5, click, plus plus, it becomes 5. 5 less than 5, false, it will come out of this loop and continue with execution. So in this process, totally how many times it clicked? Okay, when I equals to 1 it clicked, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times this loop is getting executed with this condition. Okay, so when you click plus icon 4 times, obviously it will have 5 adults because 1 adult will be already there by default. Okay, so this is how you handle and wrap that in while loop. Okay, so this will get life only when you provide this condition. If you don't provide this, this will run for infinite times. Okay, so this condition and comparison, initialization, you have to remember these 3 things when you are working with while loop. You should initialize first, and then you have to compare and put condition to increment it every time. Alright, so now you run this step, it will select it 4 times and it clicks on done button. And now you see this code looks very clean. And if you write this step 4 times to click this plus icon 4 times, that's still valid case, but that code doesn't look optimized. And when you write something in your project, your superior should feel that you are a real-time or experienced automation tester. You see that? It selected 5 adults. Okay. So when you write like this, loops and all, they will get an impression that you are having some worth in developing test. And if you write it simply 4 times, then he will treat you as a fresher. Okay. So give an impression with your optimized code. Nice. And one quick thing, can we use for loop to repeat same test instead of using while loop? Okay, I'm just making your hands dirty with some Java here. Okay, so for int I equals to 0, I less than, okay, I equals to 1 because 1 adult is already selected, I less than 5, I plus plus. Comment this as well. The only difference between for and while loop is, instead of writing that in pieces, you write everything in one single line. You see that here you wrote I equals to 1, I less than 5, I plus plus. Okay, instead of writing that in separate steps, you will wrap everything in one place and put this. That's it. That's the only difference between for and while. And in for also, it's simple. You start with 1, you will go until this condition reaches 5. On every iteration, this I will increment. Okay, first time it will come, it will click on it and it will do I plus plus, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it stops. And for loop, this is the syntax. And now we again run this test with for loop and you will get same result. Just want to show you how can you make a loop with for and while loop. Okay, it's up to you to select a right loop based upon your requirement. There is no specific condition that you have to select only while but not for. Alright, so that's pretty much about how you handle dropdown. Let's quickly see the demo of handling it with for and wrap this lecture here. You see that? It's selecting 5 and clicking on done button. Okay, so just if you have patience to listen this lecture for 2 more minutes, sorry, I'm exceeding my limit. I want to put one more validation. After it selected 5 adults, I want to do get text here and to see what text is printing in the output. Okay, so to do get text on this, ID is div packs info, which we already have here. To click on this drop down. So after you selected 5 options, I will again go and select that step. I'll do get text to see what output I am getting, just in case to validate if we are getting right output with the loop what we are using. System.println. Okay, I'm just taking the element of here so that it prints the text what is printed here, which is 5 adult in this case. So same step I will write before applying the loop. So before applying the loop, this should return me 1 adult. After loop logic, when I again try to get the text from this drop down, this time I should have 5 adult. Okay, so this get text method will help us to grab the text present on that edit box. And I am using system.out.println so that I can see in my output. Okay. So this will suffice our end-to-end validation for this drop down. Alright, so it's trying to click 5 adults, done, and that's it. Come back and you see that before selecting 1 adult, after this logic is applied, 5 adult is printing in your output. Alright, so that's pretty much about this lecture. I hope you have gained some knowledge from this 15 minutes duration. Okay, thank you.